It was loud. We are ready for football. So are they as the Packers get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. On play action, it's Rodgers. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
I'm coming for you, son. Hey, check Mike 45. Hey, check 26. Lance, coming to you. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. I got it.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Of course we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money.
319. 45. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 45's the mic. Let's go one more.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
2nd and 10.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Ready? 45. 45. Mike, 45.
Throwing is Rodgers. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 39.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now?
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Buccaneers have it. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Only needing 2 yards on second down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
41's the mic. 41's the mic. Check 41. Hey, get
Brady going to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Let's go. Check 26.
Now Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Now Brady again. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No score after one on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey, 88. 45 mic. 45. Silver. Box it. Get him. You got him.
Rodgers now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Second down and 3. Ball on the 7.
Watch tight. Tight end run. Hold. Get 300.
Rodgers going to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Hey.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are inside of the very spacious Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now Wentz on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Escaping the pressure right. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
First down and much more here for Jones. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 42 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And some room to work. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. He finds some open field here. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bucs lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And his pass incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, here's Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Dancing to his left. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They run with Hines. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. The Colts on third down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a give right side. It's Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now they'll throw it. Wentz steps away to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Doyle. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Let's go.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor punching it in from a yard away. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Wentz going to look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Boy, they're down only 1 score, still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 52.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Fournette fighting through. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Brady now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes it 21-8. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. Flushed out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Campbell. That catch good for only a couple. Second down and 8. Now Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Brady. Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Fournette, a first down carry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Now Leonard Fournette, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Leonard Fournette A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. Wentz now to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Taylor. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. He's got Jack Doyle, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. First and 10, Taylor now. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. On 2nd down at 4. Wentz escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Touchdown, Colts. That's caught. Carson Wentz connecting with Michael Pittman on the touchdown there. And the Colts are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Trying to make a comeback often appears daunting, but the only way to get there, start small, score, and worry about getting the next one after that.
Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Brady. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Squeeze.
Now Brady. This complete to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So it'll be a loss of 10 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. Oh, you got 50.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd and goal. Wentz eluding the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Taylor. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. Michael Pittman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Colts have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. They'll look to throw, and this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. So no question here, down by a score late. They're going to try the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go to the ground again with Taylor. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. 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 I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are right back in this football game.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll give Fournette another crack. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Brady to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Buccaneers have just about sewn up this football game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. To throw is Wentz. He'll buy some time right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw, Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Now they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Well, no shock here. For the 7th time in this game, it appears they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't.